Good afternoon, everybody. Students, or shall I say alumni, parents, guests of honor, teachers, the Shiv Nadar Foundation, HCL, the trustees, friends and family. Welcome to this momentous occasion. The students that sit before us are the students of the founding batch. VidyaGyan, the first campus, was founded in 2009 in Bulandshahr, and the first batch of students who are here with us today are the 187 who joined us in 2009. Since then, we've come a long way. In 2011, we launched VidyaGyan Sitapur, which is 90 kilometers away from Lucknow. And between the two campuses, we cover the entire state of Uttar Pradesh. But let me first start by introducing the members on the dais. Starting from your left to right, in the front row, we first have Mr. David Shikle. He's the principal of VidyaGyan Sitapur. Mrs. Gauri Ishwaran. She's an eminent educationist. She's the CEO of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation. But we know her better as Gauri ma'am, and she's a board member of VidyaGyan and an advisor to the Shiv Nadar Foundation. She's been with us since day one, and it's been a tremendous journey, but many, many more years to come. Then we have, Then we have Shri TSR Subramaniam. And he's held the highest civil service position in our country, the Cabinet Secretary. He's also been the Chief Secretary of the government of Uttar Pradesh. But this truly is a homecoming for Shri Subramaniam, because he was the founding chairman of VidyaGyan and the founding chancellor of Shiv Nadar University. So thank you so much for being here, and I mean, you'll always be there. Then let me go on to Miss Barkha Dutt. Now, some of you might have heard of her. Some of you also might have seen her on TV, just might have. But she's a consulting editor with NDTV. And I'm going to let the students introduce her. But needless to say, Barkha, you're an inspiration to women and men. So it's very important the men acknowledge that. Very important. Mr. D. Shiv Kumar, he's the chairman CEO of PepsiCo India. I met him first as a student at the Kellogg Business School in Chicago, and he'd come to speak at the India Business Conference. And what truly struck me the most was, apart from the fact that he's a great speaker, so no pressure, but that, you know, he had these qualities of almost being an amazing teacher. And I know he does some of that in his free time, but if not in this lifetime, Shiv, in the next lifetime, you have to be a teacher. It's very important, and a school teacher. Shri Atul Gupta, he has also been the Chief Secretary of the government of Uttar Pradesh, and currently he's a VidyaGyan board member. And I'd just like to acknowledge that, you know, VidyaGyan Sitapur is in Lucknow. And truly the amount of support that he gives us there, because we're not always physically there, is just amazing. So thank you so much. And lastly, Mr. Banerjee, he's the founding principal of VidyaGyan Bulandshahr. He's been with us. He's been with us since day one, and I remember when we were recruiting principals or trying to find a principal who was going to come and live in Bulandshahr. And I remember Gauri was in the interview with me, and you know, one of the questions that Gauri asked Mr. Banerjee that, you know, a lot of times when you interview, a lot of people say that, you know, I didn't want to go into teaching, but it somehow happened, and I love being there. But I recall Mr. Banerjee saying to us that, you know, I always wanted to be a teacher. And that is phenomenal. Because today, not many people aspire to be teachers. I wish they do. I wish some of you do as well. So he is an inspiration for us all. In the second row, again from left to right, there's Anita Paul. She's the vice principal of VidyaGyan Bulandshahr. There's Sheila Ditya Ghosh, and he's the curriculum and training director for VidyaGyan. There's Nutan Singh. She's the vice principal of VidyaGyan Sitapur. There's Mr. Maheshwari, who's the chief admissions officer of VidyaGyan, again with us from day one. And he truly deserves a special mention because he spends 6 to 8 months every year on the ground, going district to district, village to village, district magistrate to district magistrate, BSA to BSA, to make sure that we get the right students. It's not easy, and he does it. And Colonel Anil Puri, who is the Director of Schools Affairs for both our schools. So again, I thank you so much. I thank you so much for being here. If the drive to Dadri was not humbling enough, VidyaGyan's another 25 kilometers away, so you can certainly go there after this. And, but it's not really the drive, but from Delhi, VidyaGyan is 75 kilometers. It's not that journey, but the 7-year journey that's really been humbling with the first batch. When we started VidyaGyan in 2009, the first batch that sits in front of us was selected from just 10,000 students that sat for the admissions process, for the selection test. Since then, I think we've come an extremely, extremely long way. This year, we selected only 123 students between both the schools, out of 1.33 lakh students that sat for the examination, just 123. So that's 0.09%. But what's even most exciting, that for the first time, at least in VidyaGyan's history, that there were more girls than boys. So this year, VidyaGyan admitted 71 girls and 52 boys. So boys, the other message to you is women rule the world. That's the other message. And today I saw something really funny, and people have been telling me about this. So today in the morning when I was jotting down my thoughts, I decided to go on Amazon.com. And I just typed, VidyaGyan admissions test. And 3 books came up, for VidyaGyan admission test coaching. And I just want to put it on record, these have not been attested by us, and neither do we support this. But on a more serious note, whether there are VidyaGyan coaching centers or not, I think there's a certain fire that has been started in a good way. And even if a lot of students don't get into VidyaGyan, at least something unique has begun, which is very important. Just to highlight student placements of today, this student body that sits in front of you, we've got many students who've gotten into the NITs, our own SSN institutions in Chennai, the Shiv Nadar University, Jamia, many to DU, to LSR, to NIFT. We have our first student from VidyaGyan from the first batch going off to the US. So it's been a great journey, and next year we hope with each year there'll be more and more students getting placed in top universities, not just within India, but globally as well. I have to recognize the principals, and I have to recognize the teachers. I don't know if your students say it enough, but thank you so much. And my message to all the parents who are here, आपके बच्चों ने पिछले 7 साल में बहुत सीखा है और आगे भी बहुत सीखेंगे, बहुत आगे जाएंगे. मैं बस बहुत खुश हूँ कि पिछले 7 साल में इन्होंने बहुत सीखा भी नहीं है, हमें भी बहुत सिखाया है. थैंक यू.